Do I start talking? Okay. Hi, guys. Welcome. As promised, I'm starting today's show. I never did anything like this before, so I don't know. Kenny's much better at it than I am. So I came out here to say hi and to say hi to the Hobby Link International community. And I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everybody's having a really good week. I'm just going to cut to the chase. I don't really know anything about modeling or building models. If it's baking, that's my thing, but big modeling is just not something I'm good at. What I'm really good at is talking about Kenny. So anything you want to know?
No.
No? Oh, I'm not allowed to, I guess. I don't know. I'm just tired. I'm waiting for these next 2 weeks to run out before school is over. I'm just done. I'm done. Stick a fork anywhere. I'm just done. All right. Now, Kenny says I'm supposed to acknowledge the people, like the participants. And listen, I'm giving you the behind the scenes stuff. I don't know, but this is what he said you have to acknowledge. So he's really good at it. I'm not. So, he can see the participants from here. I can't. My eyesight is terrible. So I have to look. So, hi, Chris. Hi, Chris K. I don't know.
Dark Soldier.
Is that what it's?
Yeah.
Dark.
Dark
It looks
Soldier.
like Dark Suwaja.
Dark Soldier.
Dark Soldier. Hi. Eugene. Hello. GB's Model Zone. Welcome. Jack. See, I like the name Jack. Jam Scale. Jason. Maddie. Michael. Model Tank Guy. Who's Model Tank Guy?
That's Gilly.
Hi, Gilly. How are you? Modeler X. Omar. Oh, I know Omar. Just nice and simple. PJC 2.0. Streamlabs, the makers.
No, don't worry about Streamlabs.
What is that?
That's a bot.
You could have told me that before.
Yeah, I didn't see it pop up.
The Maker's Cave. Can I say the next one?
Yeah, same.
All right. Upstate Scale Modeling. Hello. And White Glove Models. Is it White Glove Models because you're high end, or is it White Glove
No.
Models
He
because
doesn't
you're
even
very
wear-
neat?
Kalen doesn't even wear white gloves. He wears black gloves.
Okay. All right. Hi, Kelly. I'm good, dear. Hello. Hey,
just
Kelly.
in the chat and talking
Hi.
for a bit before
Okay.
I jump on.
Why would you want Kenny to jump on? He talks about the same thing. We could talk about anything you want. We could turn it into another kind of a show. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. And don't ask what's for dinner. Where do I look? And here, don't ask me what's for dinner because I'm not cooking.
Sugar Mama Kelly.
Sugar Mama Kelly. Yeah. No. My son went to his girlfriend's. He took his girlfriend to her prom on Monday, and so that was like a big thing, and it went really well, and he was like the perfect date, and I'm very proud of him for that. But now her graduation party is Saturday, and so I'm gonna be baking all the sweet treats for the party. So I'm actually taking Friday off from work because I need time. Like Kenny likes to build models, I like to bake. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But I like it. It's like therapy for me. Hey, Kelly. Hi, Jason. LOL, too late. I don't know. This is already the best show ever.
Who said that?
Chris.
Chris
K.
K. Of course Chris said that. No girlfriend for you
Bye,
tonight,
Kenny.
Chris.
Why? Who's his girlfriend? The
The
busty chick?
yeah, the one on the Christmas one. Here, if you want.
She's all right, but she's not. Who's the Supergirl? Or no, is that Wonder Woman? And who's this with the
That's
baby?
Vampirella up there.
Okay.
That's by Gilbert Mondragon. These are what you're seeing up in the corner. Those are builds that guys have done. I actually got to change that for June, so I got to go find some more.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kenny's really excited about the witch. With the small waist and the big ass. Yeah, he's really into building that one. It's gonna be nice. Well, it's true.
say anything.
It's true. It's like years ago you had to be this. Now it's this and this. Hey bud. Hey all. Kelly. Hey bud. How are you?
Don't scream into the mic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If I scream in the mic, they
loud.
hear it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right. I never did this before. Give me a break. So, how many times have you wanted to kill Kenny? Omar, let me tell you something.
There's not
You have
enough
no idea.
moments.
I think one of the funniest moments of like our fighting history, and there's been quite a few, I think was we were just married, and Kenny liked to like go out after work to the pub with his friends, you know, the phone guys, and you know they would have a few. And he was the type that he would avoid any kind of confrontation with me at all costs. So if he came home a little bit late and he knew I was mad, he wouldn't say anything. He would just go right to the bed and then go to sleep. I never saw anyone who could fall asleep as quickly as him. So he did this one night, and I was pissed. Like, I was furious. And so I went to bed angry, and I found myself just looking at him like, I want to kill you. Because I can't believe, and he like, I guess he felt me looking at him, and he did one of those, what? And I was like, I just want to beat the out of you. So I just, that was pretty funny. Like, it was like one of those, like, did I do the right thing and marry this one? I didn't beat him up in his sleep, but it was really funny. Live with Kelly and Kenny. It's like a talk show. LOL, Kenny whipped. Kenny?
Chris K again?
No, it's Model Tank Guy.
Oh, Gilly.
Gilly. I like Gilly.
I gotta
All right,
get another
Kenny.
chair for
Kenny
that.
told us he's teetotaler and doesn't drink. Yeah. No, he doesn't
Not that much
anymore. When we first got together, you'd think he was back in the military, but he doesn't anymore. He just, you know, I guess things change when you get older. But yeah, no, he doesn't really drink anymore. What else? What else can I tell him about you?
Nothing.
But there's so much good stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, no, I mean, I think like now we're more like brother and sister.
Oh, that's gross.
Not real brother and sister. That's like nasty. But I mean, like we've been together
Now
for
you're
so
gonna have
long.
Chris on a roll with that one.
Why? What's he gonna do?
He's gonna say something. I know it.
Well, I'm not gonna be on, so I don't have to deal with it.
This is true.
You know. Oh, did you ever notice when Kenny gets like really angry and he yells?
I never yelled on the street.
You never. Okay, when he yells, he sounds like Tom Cruise. You do.
Look at me. Look. Yeah.
He does. It's like higher pitched, you know. Ew. Someone said secrets. Sick. I don't mean it that way. It's like, you know, how many of you are married and how many of you have been married for a long time? Are you serious right now? Sexy. Sexy. I don't really know, like, what else to talk about. I don't know. What do you say to a bunch of dudes who want to, like, talk about models?
They don't only talk about models.
No?
They like movies like you do.
Oh, all right. So I'll give you
They talk about movies. They
my
talk about comics.
comics.
They talk about 3D printing. They talk about a lot of stuff.
Okay. All right, movies. I love movies. You know what I do that drives Kenny crazy, but I think you could appreciate this. If I see a movie that I really like, I can't just watch it once and say, oh, what a good film, and that's the end of it. I will watch it over and over and over again because I always feel like when you see a film and it's good, there's things that you miss. So, and it drives him crazy. And he's like, you have Hulu, you have Netflix, you have all the channels, and yet you're still buying movies. It's like never enough. Or like, I think I watched my favorite, like my classic favorite that I've seen, I had to have seen with no exaggeration at least 350 times is Jaws. That one I love. Saving Private Ryan is a really good one. The Goodbye Girl, that's going back.
Come in here and see if anybody's saying anything to you.
What else?
That's a wide angle on that.
Is it?
Married 40 years. Wow, good for you.
So you get it.
What's your favorite sci-fi? Omar asked.
Oh.
Tom Cruise is a whiny bitch.
Um, I Terminator, is Terminator science
Yes.
fiction? I would say that. I think that this is like
I thought
sacrilege.
he said they like boobies like you.
I think of
Steve said you're under the assumption we actually talk about models on
oh,
streams.
I think if we're talking about genres of movies, sci-fi is probably my least favorite. Every time he puts on Star Trek, my butt twitches. I just don't. I've never been a Trekkie.
Oh, they're
I
gonna kill you.
don't.
They're gonna
I
jump
know.
through the camera and
Listen,
kill you.
no disrespect. Listen, I definitely respect people who are very into Star Trek. I'm no judgment, not a hater. It's just never been my thing. I don't know. I never had brothers. My grandfather was never the type to watch Star Trek, so I just never grew up around it. But when he puts it on, it's like, you're watching Outlander
Hold on.
or like something.
What's up, Gulf
you know?
Coast Railroad? Welcome to the show. Tonight we have the lovely Kelly taking over for me a little bit.
Hi.
Omar wants to know what your favorite movie of all time is.
Oh crap. It depends. There's too many. Like I have actual, like I have cleaning movies. You know what?
Jason said, "Okay, this is awesome. This needs to be a segment on the show called All About Kelly."
Oh yeah, no. Like I actually have movies that I've seen.
Omar gave you Gowron. No honor for you because you don't like Star
Oh,
Trek.
I'm sorry, Omar. I'm honest.
I'm trying. I try to get her to watch Strange New Worlds.
I just have movies for different moods, but I think that like cleaning, it drives Kenny, like he doesn't understand it. But I have movies that I clean to. And what I mean by that is that I've seen them so many times, I don't have to watch them. It's just like white noise in the background. So I think classics for me, All the President's Men, which I just watched the other day again, JFK, Braveheart, like long movies, Jaws is definitely up there. The Goodbye Girl is definitely up there. There's quite a few. Comedies. The Odd Couple, the original, the movie, because I loved Jack Lemmon and Walter Matthau. I don't know. Like anything with Gary Oldman, anything with Daniel Day-Lewis, they're like my two faves. It just depends. Oh Lord, here comes my mother. God knows what she's got. Okay, so this is the thing. We have all my mom's craft stuff down here, and she's making like centerpieces, and it's driving Kitty crazy because she's not quiet, and she's gonna look for stuff, and he's like, "Get out!" So, I love horror movies. Grumpy Old Men, yes, definitely. Grumpy and Grumpier Old Men is definitely a good one. Yeah, they're really those are like classic.
The Odd Couple.
Yeah, that's what I said. The Odd Couple is definitely up there. I don't know. I can't watch movies with animals in it. I love animals, but I always cry, like when I watch like movies like War Horse or Secretariat. I love Secretariat. But other than that, I can't really watch movies with animals in it. It just bothers me. Like King Kong. Like I watch Mighty Joe Young. I love Mighty Joe Young because he lives, but I can't watch King Kong because he dies at the end. So I don't know. Yeah, Life Back in the Apartment. That was so funny when we lived in the apartment, because Kenny had his little nook where he did all of his videos and stuff. And when he would videotape himself, little Kenny would do the filming, and he would stand there, and Kenny would go like 3, 2, 1, And then my mom would go, and he would start. And as soon as he said something like green strawberry, or if you listen to him, he repeats things. Like
I
he'll
know,
say
we
it
talked about
over and
that last
over
one.
and over again. And there are times when it just strikes me funny, and I'll start laughing. And like the first couple of times, he's like, all right, but then he gets really mad. And then I have to go in the other room.
Chris remembers mom making noise when she wasn't supposed to at the apartment.
You couldn't help it, I don't know.
What did Omar? Omar said you forgot the crow.
Yes, I did. Oh, that's right. I forgot you knew that. The Crow is definitely, yeah. That's one of my favorites, for sure.
Nah, I'm always red. I was out in the sun all day today.
He's like it's like halfy, because his neck always gets red, his face gets red, this arm gets red, and this arm stays white. And if he takes his shirt off, he looks like a vanilla and strawberry creamsicle.
Kelly actually earned this video a thumbs up for once.
Thank you.
Metal Mania 3D, what's going on?
How can you sit and like...
From Australia. Thank you so much for joining our first live. Always. Yes, I did check out your first live. I like your collection that you had there.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell you more. And I love documentaries. I don't know if you've seen on Netflix. There's not many like horror movies I've seen that I can't get through or that stick with me. Like some people are just naturally like a horror. I've never been like that. I love anything true crime. But Netflix, I just recently watched for the second time the John Wayne Gacy tapes. That was rough. It was really good, but it was rough. It was. I recommend it. I think it was really good. I watched that one, and I watched The Night Stalker.
Staircase. What's
that
the
was
staircase?
good.
Is that John Wayne Gacy? The staircase? I don't know.
What do you mean the staircase?
Bob said the staircase with an exclamation point.
There was no staircase in that.
Documentaries are cool. Mike, I wish I could send you
Yeah.
some of the sun. It was like 90 degrees today.
Yeah, just like, I'm more, yeah. I think like those to me, I think that real life is much more interesting, scary, creepy.
Poor Matt. He
What
watched
did Matt
Night of the
say?
Living Dead, the original as a kid. He got scared for life.
Yeah, well, that's what I did. Like the scariest movie I ever saw was when I was a kid was Don't Look Now. That scared me. That was I don't know if any of you have ever heard of it. It came out in the early 70s, and it was Donald Sutherland and Julie Christie, and there's a twist at the end. There's a twist in it that you're not expecting. Scarred me for life to this day.
True crime docs on Netflix are good. I like true crime documentaries. Deb and I watch the British, Irish, and foreign crime stories. I like Locked Up Abroad.
Oh yeah.
Can't say. Hey, what's going on, Lewis?
Hey, Lewis.
Got a short 150-mile drive this morning. Well, let's see. It's 6 hours ahead.
Yeah.
So it's like
Hallmark.
1:15 in the morning.
When they put those those Christmas movies on in July, I want to stick a pencil in my ear.
Staircase
I
is about
can't.
Michael
I can't.
Peterson.
Oh,
Is Michael Peterson the army guy?
no, that's Drew Peterson, Scott Peterson. Who's Michael Peterson? I don't know who that is.
You might have to watch that now.
I may have to look it up. Yeah, no, I was watching the one Making a Murderer. But I mean, even in documentaries, they're not always
Accurate.
not accurate. It's like it's just the perspective, That was pretty
Take care,
good.
Benny. We'll see you a little later.
Bye, Benny. Are people leaving because of me?
No, you got 33 people here watching you.
Oh,
Not even because of me.
Oh.
I'm bummed.
Well, I can't help it. So, what do you guys like to do?
The
Like,
stair-
what's your favorite?
He killed his wife.
Oh. The staircase is
staircase
crazy.
crazy.
Bogey broke off.
Oh, that stinks. Fix it, Matt. Fix it.
Bogey broke off the pillar. Well, that's
Anything with wheels is good, metal.
Yeah, they had when I went to the College of Staten Island, like they say that out of
Women get more views.
all of the haunted places,
You're gonna have to go like this, Jalen.
the top 10 one of the top 10 places that are haunted on Staten Island is the College of Staten Island, because
Mission Point.
for back in the 60s, I think it was Robert Kennedy. The Kennedy family had a sister who, Joe Kennedy, she was mentally, she was disabled. And I guess Joe Kennedy looked at that as something that would taint the look of his family. So for years, no one really knew about her. And Robert Kennedy, I guess after the father died, decided that he felt that people who have disabilities should have the same opportunities of education and this, that, and the other thing. And, later on, the Willowbrook State School was opened on Staten Island, and I don't know if any of you know the history of it, but it's a pretty tragic. So the school wound up having to be closed down after all the atrocities that went on there. The story was actually broken by Geraldo Rivera when he was like this novice journalist. Anyway, so the school closed down, and it was not touched. The area was not touched for a long time, and I just feel like the grounds were very just saturated with, like tragedy. And then they decided that they were going to rebuild the College of Staten Island. They were going to switch into the campus. It was much larger, and it is a beautiful campus. But then, like, things started going wrong. There were people on the island who definitely believed that there were other things at play here. But one of the reasons why it was so scary is because in the 70s there was a serial killer in Staten Island. And I remember the last child that was murdered was in 1989, and they found her, but they didn't find the rest. And that whole area they believe they're buried somewhere, but it's a lot of land. So they created a documentary on that. It's called Cropsey. That's good. That's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting.
Look what Dirk said.
Wait.
Right here. Look.
Wow, a host change. This rocks. That other guy sucked. But yeah, so that was pretty cool.
Egypt,
Thanks, Dirk.
History. History's good. I like history. Unfortunately, I got to get back to work, guys. 9:38. Oh, have fun at work. Thanks for stopping in.
Bye, metal mini guy.
Too mad I had that happen. Mine. More glue.
An area could definitely have negative energy for tragic events. Salem.
She loves Salem.
I have to tell you, I don't feel that way at all. The first time I went to Salem, I went with a friend of mine, and we stayed at a bed and breakfast, and they said it was the Morning Glory Bed and Breakfast, and it's run by this wonderful couple, and we stayed there, and I think that we experienced something. It wasn't scary, but then I took my mom years later, and it's like if I won the lottery tomorrow, I would buy a property there. I would buy a home there. I love it. It's like it's just everything that I love. It's very witchy. It's very historical. It's very environmental. Like if you go, they're very friendly. Cars actually stop even if the light is green to let pedestrians walk by. Like when I went there, I was like, why aren't people, like, why are they stopping? It's, you know what I mean, like they care about each other. They have like restaurants outside that they actually have water bowls for dogs, like tacked to the floor, so if you want to bring your dog, there's, you could fill that up with water and you don't have to carry anything with you. It's really, it's so beautiful. And I never felt like anything. I mean, definitely tragedy happened there. But I never felt like anything bad. I think that the Lizzie Borden, definitely I'll never go back to there ever. I think it's worth going, but I would never do it again.
You're absolutely right, Chris. She could do a car kit review and know as much about a car as I do.
Oh, sorry. Gettysburg is great. I wanted to do, what's that, Eastern State Penitentiary. I want to do that. And I said, like, I went to Gettysburg with my mom a couple of years ago.
What's going on, Dave?
Oh, sorry, Dave. Sorry. I put them back in the 80s. Oh, do you know the son of Sam? Do you know my mom was a natural blonde? My mom, like, when she was in her 20s, she was 20s. She was beautiful, and she still is, but she's older, as we're getting. And she cut her hair and dyed it brown because at the time, I guess they thought that they were going for girls with lighter hair. I don't know. Um, I don't know if you ever watch YouTube. Well, obviously you do. But I like Bailey Sarian. She does Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Mondays. And she did a thing on Son of Sam. And if you watch it, I think it's worth it because there's a couple of theories as to like why he always, like, for the most part, he always killed in pairs. But the men he got could have been easily mistaken for women. So I think there was something there. He had mommy issues. What? What?
I'm gonna jump on.
Why? Are people leaving?
I don't know.
Oh.
Watch the count.
I don't
We
know.
got 33 people here.
Oh, all right. The Eastern State is 20 minutes from us. Great Halloween site. Yeah, right. I think that would be good. But no, I said to when I went to Gettysburg, we did like the extreme ghost hunter thing, and it was like midnight. And I remember I smoked then, so we had the equipment on, and I have a cup of coffee, and I'm smoking a cigarette, and I'm like, here, Kenny thinks
I'll be back.
like.
Keep them occupied.
Okay. He's like, here, Kenny thinks I'm afraid of stuff, which I'm not. He is. Like, he says he's not here. He left. He says he's not afraid of anything, but if I go away, he sleeps with all the lights on. Like, you could see it. It looks like the Griswold house just because he has everything on. Don't tell him I told you that. But anyway, I remember sitting there saying, Kenny thinks I'm afraid of everything. Meanwhile, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm in the woods looking for like the ghosts like of Confederate soldiers. And I bought like the North and South hat. So it's when we get into an argument, I give him a hat. He could be the South. That's okay. Yeah. No, he says he's not, but he is afraid of the dark. And he'll say like, oh yeah, I cooked, and then if we call like Chinese food, like, well, oh, you're home, oh, he called every night. It's like even the restaurant rats him out. So yeah, he doesn't cook. He'd rather go to bed. We did that for a while back in the 90s. Places like the Devil's Coffee Tables. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's like, I'm into weird stuff, baking horses, not baking horses, but baking horses. And I like to, this is the stuff that I like to research. I don't know why. I could do that for hours. It's just fascinating to me. But anyway, I could tell you stories about things I've heard and seen. I did overnight at Gettysburg and saw and heard some crazy things. I did some, I saw a couple of things myself. I definitely, and I like, what it is between Gettysburg and Salem, if you were going to do a comparison, I like they preserved the sites and the where the war took place, and all of that is preserved in Salem. The Salem witch trials happened in 1690s, right? And after that happened, it sort of was an embarrassment to the settlers. Like, here, they couldn't even handle their own situation. Like, it turned out they mucked the whole thing up. I said muck. And so it became like this huge, like, seafaring community where like exports and imports and all that. And it wasn't until Bewitched, the show Bewitched, Samantha, the witch, that made the show, like, it put Salem back on the map in like that witchy way. But then from what I understand, it was like everybody who wasn't like real like believers of the craft, they just liked dressing up and saying that they were witches and this and that, started going down there. And then from what I understand, like, people who like where witchcraft or Wiccan as their religion, as they have the right to do. We're like, why we don't want people, impersonating what we really are, so that they started relocating and moving there. And I think that it's they have like they have the people here there have a respect for it. I remember there was this one restaurant there, and my friend and I wanted to go, and we went and we couldn't. They closed the whole restaurant down because they were having I guess the town witches were having an actual coven meeting in the restaurant. I just thought that was like really cool, because I feel like people are getting way too judgy nowadays. So, I thought that was like really interesting. Wait, Kenny is watching us, Kelly. Oh no. Who's saying I have to kick her off, Jalen? You know what? You don't have to be like that. You said, oh, go on. So I'm on. That's it. You don't want me off? You tell me. Let me see. Chris, you know what you could do with that what's for dinner, right? I want my shirt. She's hooked. No, I will never do this again. I swear I never will. Oops, sorry. No, it's okay. He'll no, it's not you, it's him. Because now I'm talking. It's okay. See, this is the problem. It's okay that I did it, but now I'm talking too much. So if I just sat here for 5 minutes like a jerk, then it would have been okay, I guess. Hey.
Read what Chris said again. He didn't say Kelly, what's for dinner.
What did he say?
He said Kenny, what's for dinner.
Oh, good one, Chris.
Chris is calling me a bitch.
She's hooked. Oops, sorry. You stay, Kelly. We all want you on. I think this should be a regular thing now, Kelly. Well, if there's anything that you want, look, I'll do it. I would do it. I don't know.
Well,
I would do it, but not about this.
If you're gonna be on, tell them what we hit today. How many subscribers?
4,001.
No, 4,003 now.
4,003
so
now.
what does that mean?
I don't know.
Means the 4K giveaway.
Oh, the 4K giveaway. Oh, how exciting. What are we getting?
Hobby Link International is giving a 1/350 scale Polar Light Star Trek Enterprise refit.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it. You didn't get me one? You didn't get me a soda? He's not even drinking his Dr. Pepper.
This has been sitting here. We don't have Dr. Pepper. Here you go.
Is that cold?
It's not cold.
Would you like your throne?
No, you can keep talking to them. They're watching you. They're enjoying the Kelly.
I don't know what else to talk about. I told them how when I go away you sleep with all the lights on.
I don't sleep with all the lights on. Did I win yet? Nobody won yet. Nobody won yet. We're going to have the... Thanks, Bob. We're going to have the 4K giveaway. I don't know when. Probably next week. The reason I'm going to hold off a little bit is because YouTube likes to take away subscribers. So I want to make sure we sit at 4K, and then we'll have the giveaway. Thank you, Omar. Thank you. Actually, it's been a pretty good week.
Well, why can't you give me like a script? I could do the hobby stuff. I just don't know what I'm talking about. You got to give me a script. And I don't like this because I have a double chin. Look at that. That's horrible. Pandemic
Sorry, I got a double
sucks.
belly.
Yeah, but you could hide it. I can't hide it.
I'm trying to think what happened this week. I had everything planned in my head.
What happened?
We hit 4K.
We hit 4K.
Hit 4K. What else happened this week?
I don't know.
Something else happened. We had the prom. The prom was good. We hit 4K.
Did you tell them I'm starting a business?
No.
You didn't?
No. Oh, we got a package in today. Thanks for Spence telling me about the sale. Thank you, Spence. Thank you, Scott. You are afraid of the dark when she's not there to protect you. Hey, Ken. What's going on, buddy? Hey, Brian. No, she is not pregnant. Not. Oh, that's the other big thing. Kelly has a birthday tomorrow. She's going to be 32 years old. It's a happy birthday to Kelly tomorrow. HLI 4,000. Now we're going on to 5,000, hopefully. Do a blind kit review. Doggies. Let's see the doggies.
No.
I am not picking those doggies up at 55,
No.
50, and 48 pounds.
They're
They
big.
are big. They'll come in here when the garage is cleaned up and they can put their paws up on the desk.
Thanks, bud. Yeah, I have.
Thank you, George.
I don't celebrate my birthday too much.
Happy birthday, Kelly. Bob said, everybody's saying happy birthday to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. He just, I don't know. I know I got to enjoy the ride and all that, but
We got this in the, that's the other thing we got to talk about, boards.
Oh.
Boards, but we're going to open
Well,
this
thank
up.
you.
We got a package in today from Cult TV Man, and we're gonna let Kelly do it. I'm gonna let you do it.
Okay. And you know what? What do you got to tell him what I told you for? Now I can't tell you anything.
I could see, I could watch.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Sorry. Yeah, that's true. Oh, what's that?
That's a sticker. Okay,
Now, do I read it somewhere? Okay.
you can hold it up and show them.
All right, it's Star Trek. Here you go. Can you see?
It's actually
Let me just move this.
Cult TV Man. If you have the old Star Trek kit with the groove lines in it, he's having a sale right now on the smoothie saucers. So this will replace the saucer on my original one I have. The 50th anniversary is a smoothie. So run over to Cult Man TV for that if you wanted to change out your saucer. They're pretty cheap. I forgot how much it was. You're a snorkeler. Kenny is the new HLI sidekick. I am. Kelly teaches history. Okay, so that's the smoothie. Very cheap on Cult TV Man if you run over there. Thank you, Spence, for letting me know.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the other one.
Am I showing it or
Yes.
what?
Yes, but do you know what it is?
Yes, it is the Star Trek, the original series, pilot parts pack for 1/350 scale, USS Enterprise.
Yes. Show him the back.
Okay. So this is it. Can you see
That
it?
is also on sale. So if you have, I have to get one more Enterprise, the new Enterprise that has all these parts. This way I'll have the first pilot, the second pilot, and what the hell's always, and the pilot edition. So I'll have all three. She's hiding my face behind the thing. I didn't even notice that. Behind the thing. So yes, if you're interested and you wanted those parts, grab them now while they are cheap over at Cult TV Man.
All right.
There's that.
Well, I'm going to go.
No, you can stay on. They don't want you to leave. They don't want to see my ugly mug. There was something else I wanted to tell them too.
I don't know.
Oh, hold on. Let me jump in here real quick with you. The other thing we got to talk about is boards. Boards. If you're looking for the Ralph board, that's Reactors, Alien, Lights, and Fire. That's going quick. The Yamato board is going quick too. All Bird of Prey boards are gone. They just got shipped over to the UK. So if you're in the UK, CosmicScaleModels.com is going to be holding boards over there. We're actually going to get some Cosmic Scale model stuff for the shop here. And I'm trying to think of what other board. Oh, the Grissom board. Those are going, but not as quick. So if you want a Grissom board, you can go in there and grab that. The only thing you need to know about Star Trek is Voyager is bad. Damn you, Chris. Damn you. No problem, Jason. Yeah, head over there. Make sure they were very, very cheap. It was, I think, even over half price off. And one more thing, and then I'll give Kelly back to you guys. You can hang out with Kelly. We have a bust coming, a 3D resin bust coming to the shop. Once that's all set up, actually, while Kelly's talking, I probably could clean that bust up and show you the first bust that we're going to have on the shop, and hopefully you like it. And it won't be Kelly's bust. You're tiny, so try to keep the microphone to the side of you. Otherwise, the microphone covers your whole face.
Okay.
Just giving you a little hint.
Okay.
All right, you talk to them. I'm going to clean up the print so we can show them the print.
Okay. I was holding that thing up and I cut my finger on the staple. And I cut this finger here the other day trying to open up something I got for the party that I'm doing. What is this? LOL. Wow, best show so far. 39 peeps in the house. Bust. Is Kenny
Oh,
busted?
Caitlin was asking
Kenny's busted.
what you teach.
Oh, um, well, my license is history, teaching history, grades 7 through 12. What I've taught sixth grade, seventh grade, eighth grade. Sixth grade is ancient civilizations like, prehistory and the Stone Age, and, how we went through the stages of evolution to become man. The Neolithic Revolution. They call it a revolution because it was this major change in how people lived. That's where we stopped the hunter-gatherer lifestyle. I think that it's interesting. I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I'm not like, oh yeah, ancient civilizations when I know I'm teaching it. But I think that for younger kids, it's really good because there's a lot left for imagination and creativity. I have none of those things, so I think that's why it's more of a struggle for me. I think that I have always been a World War II fan, and so seventh and eighth grade is U.S. history. So seventh grade is up to the Civil War. Okay, the Civil War, the Emancipation Proclamation, the Gettysburg Address. The lasting effects of the Civil War, and then eighth grade. So from like colonialization, or the not colonialization, the exploration, European exploration, and then eighth grade is the reconstruction to the present time, but we never get, you know, um, through all the units. We just don't. There's always so many other things that we have to be doing, and I think that U.S. history, as an American, I think that we have to know our history. We have to know how we got here, and how things work, and why we have the government we have, like how everything came to be. But I think that, don't kill me, but European history to me is far more interesting. Um, but they teach that in high school. And I think that, teaching seventh grade history out of the three is really, for the kids, the most boring. So you do what you can to jazz it up. Um, I think that one of the things that some of the teachers kind of gloss over, but I don't, is the Salem witch trials. And it's like there's so many, isms attached to it, gender issues,
build a model.
um, the role of women, stereotypes, prejudice, like all these different things. If you really take it apart, you could trace back to this event. And aside from that, what kid doesn't want to sit here and learn about, like ghosts, and, to them, it's just something that's interesting. But that was like one of my favorite things to do, is because my grandfather was in World War II. He was in the Pacific, but he and I used to love to talk about it. My interest is more in the European side. Um, but yeah, that's something that's really interesting for me. And one of the things that I find fascinating is that kids never heard of D-Day. Like they don't, you know. I was shocked because I like it. It's just, I always assume they have to like it, or of course they've heard of it. When I say, oh, so we're going to learn about D-Day, what's that? D-Day, the biggest amphibious battle? No, no. Omaha Beach? No, they don't know. So that makes me sad, but I at least feel better that they are, under my watch. They're going to learn about it, and I hope that they just walk away with remembering something, or at least say, you know what, I heard that before. Um, but yeah, I love history, and I didn't always. Yeah, it is sad. It is very sad. Good night, Eugene. Oh, in Dublin. Oh yes, good night. You're welcome. Yeah. It's amazing to me how they don't know anything about it, and I think that I wasn't always into when I was little. When I went to grammar school, I wasn't a history fan. To me, it was boring. And I remember when I worked in the city, I worked with this guy. He wasn't a lawyer, but he's kind of arrogant, very, very intelligent, but kind of, like thought very highly of himself. And I don't know to this day if he meant to insult me, but he kind of made this remark that I wasn't very bright, I guess, because I didn't really know anything about history. Um, and I felt really bad about myself because it was like, he's right, and then I really did. I was like, I'm stupid. Like, that's how I really felt. And I remember I had bought Kenny a book on Vietnam because it was no, the other one that's like that thick. And
big book.
yeah, and I decided I was going to read it. I'm going to read this book, and because if nothing else, at least I'll know. And it was very difficult to read. And I remember my partner, meaning the lawyer that I worked for, he extremely very intelligent. He reminded me of Robert Kennedy, actually. He went to Harvard, very intelligent man, very nice. And he said, "What's the matter?" And I was like, "I don't know."
Is it Kaylin?
What?
Go ahead, keep talking.
I said, "I don't know why, like, the Vietnam War started." And I started to cry. And he went, "No one really knows." It was like he was trying to make me feel better. He never, he didn't like that I felt that way about myself. And so, over time, I just really grew to appreciate it. And so when my son was going to school, the subject he hated, or not hated, but disliked the most, was history. So whenever he was learning something, I would re explain it. And then when he was about 8, and I told him, I want to do something important. And he said, "Mommy, you should be a social studies teacher." And I said, "Really? Why would you say that?" And he goes, "Because you made me like it." And I went, "Okay." So I took my career advice from my 8-year-old son, and I called Kenny at work and I said, "I want to go back to school." And he went, "Okay." It wasn't like this big, like, "What are we going to do?" He was like,
I didn't say just okay. I said, okay, quit your job and...
I had already, though, but you were very like, "Okay, whatever you want to do, if that's what's going to make you happy." And he, like, really did make a lot of sacrifices because, so I could, go to school and finish my education. He thinks very highly of himself, too, in case you didn't notice. But, yeah, and I think every year, the more I do it, the more I love it. I think that if I went to high school, then obviously it would be European history, and I think that would that's something that I would really like. But then that means that I would have to go to a high school, and I don't know if that's something that I'd want to do. First of all, I'm short. Not that my kids aren't taller than me now, but you know what I mean. I just it's different. It's just the middle school kids you could still reach, and that's not always the case with high school. You still have a shot at turning or helping them and reaching them, and that's something that is very important to me. So I don't always put myself in the greatest situations at school, but the kids matter, and I love them to death, and they are very when they like it, they're very passionate about it, and that's what makes me happy. So yeah, I think, and I say, like, nothing makes you smarter than knowing your history, and they get it, and they really like it, Um, thank you, model tank guy.
Gilly.
Gilly, I'm sorry, I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
I don't
no,
know everybody's name
thank
either.
you. What was he going to do? Tell you no and get his ass kicked, or worse, get the light on? Not easy to do that. No, it wasn't. I mean, I was in my 40 something when I was going to school with like 18, 19-year-olds, and you know what I noticed is that young people say like a lot. And I also notice that when I get older, I have less of a filter. I have no problem saying what's on my mind. And I'm sitting here with these bunch of prospective teachers, and this one, every other word, well, like this, like that. And I turned around, I said, you're going to teach our youth? Every other word out of your mouth is like. You need to fix that, take care of that. It's not a good look. you have to carry yourself a certain way, like why don't you stick a gum in your mouth and with your mouth, you know what I mean? Like you have to, if you're going to be an educator, you have to carry yourself a certain way. She didn't like that too much, but I don't really care.
That's because Kelly's from Brooklyn.
Oh, so you were cool because you can buy them beer? No. Wait, no.
The college kids, you could have bought the college kids.
Yeah, no, they were good. I actually made like two really good friends from there, but that's what teachers were like. Yeah, it's hard, and people think that it's easy. I was one of them. When I worked in the city, my closest friend, she's been a teacher forever, and I used to be like, come on, what are you complaining about? You get off the summer, you get off every, the holiday. I've come to realize that the summer vacation, it's like a cleanse. It truly is. When I worked in the city, I worked overtime all the time, but I got paid for every minute that I worked overtime. Here, sometime if I'm working on a lesson, it could take me hours, because you can't just, it's not like when we went to school, the teacher writes on the board and you take notes, and you're assessed on how well you know the stuff by a test or a quiz or a project. You have to differentiate it. You have to create it for all different types of learners. I don't think there's, and I agree with that. Like, I always learn better when I can see someone doing it. Other people learn differently, so, but it takes time, and then you have to make it appealing, and then you have to create it where they can connect to it. And so I think I'm not in work on Friday, but Monday we're going to learn about the Declaration.
Me neither, Chris.
What do you say?
No, you said you weren't on work on Friday. Chris makes fun of me because I've been out so long, in and out of work.
It was actually nice. He only got annoying a little bit. But Monday we're going to learn about the Declaration of Sentiments. So for those of you who don't know, the Seneca Falls Convention, where women started fighting for their right to vote. And the heavy players were like we know about like the Susan B. Anthony, but we had like Lucretia Mott and Elizabeth Cady Stanton, and all these like major players, and they rewrote the Declaration of Independence, right? And they call it the Declaration of Sentiments, and they rephrased it to include women, and so it was a very important, like what they did was a real contribution to the voting movement. It was also, like we're a nation progressing, right? I mean, that's what we're known for, is everything is new, and we're very progressive, and we're very adaptable. And yet it's funny how, when you look at things, how resistant we really were to change in different ways. So that I think the kids like, and it's, for me, it's interesting. And then we're going to finish off with, like, everyone else is pretty much winding down, but I'm so determined to get through the whole curriculum. because I don't want to have it said that I didn't. Not that anybody would ever do that, but it's important to me. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do on Monday. But it is a little odd that Kenny isn't here. He really took on so much, but it's nice, when he's at work and gives us a little bit of a break. Oh, your wife is a teacher. What does she teach? Um, yeah. Oh, does she teach little ones or older ones? We actually had an accident happen at our school the other day, so that today was a little bit stressful. We were, talking to the kids and spending time with them, but overall, everything is really good. Um, but it's something that does take up a lot of my time. Uh, but I wouldn't change it. I think that I regret that I didn't do it earlier, but it was either that or I was doing something with horses, which Kenny doesn't want to hear that. I used to, yeah. A lot of people are like, "Why would you want to teach the middle schoolers? And yeah, they're going through a lot of changes, and it's definitely challenging, but I think that because I think it is the hardest age, that some of these kids are teetering, uh, that they may make it through high school, they may not. And what you do, and you can't reach all of them, you can't. Um, but you do everything you can to try, and at the very least, um, let them know that no matter what, you have someone here. I have students who graduated 2 3 years ago, and they come to the school and they visit, and they're my kids. I still like they're my kids, and I talk to them like I would talk to my own son, or him, and my husband, the big one, and they do, like, they call or text for my birthday, like, I that's something to me. You can't, the sense of like love and gratefulness and all that. I could never found that with anything I ever did other than volunteering with horses. Yeah, my daughter is a teacher. She loves it. And yeah, it does. It is a labor of love. Yeah. It's not easy now. I think that it's the kids had a lot of challenges coming back after the pandemic. It definitely did take its toll on all of us. And going from not being in a classroom uh, for a couple of years, and then back full force. The kids had to relearn, what it was to be in a building. They had to like relearn boundaries and consequences and responsibility. When we were remote, um, and the student, I say a lot, I know, I'm sorry. If the student didn't want to be online, like if they had it when they were online but they didn't want to show their face, that was okay. It wasn't like, they weren't like penalized for that in any way. And then you would find out that they weren't really on when you would call on them and you'd heard nothing. So that's how you'd catch them. And then that happened once or twice, and then they'd be on. But it was really, I think, very difficult for them. And so we had to be very patient. And it was very stressful, but we got through it. I don't know how, but we did. I'm just hoping that next year is easier than this one was. I'm hopeful that it will be. I'm very lucky because I work with a really, really great group of people. Some of the closest friends I have are teachers that I work with, the administration team, like the principal and the assistant principals, like they're really cool. They're really great people, very understanding, very supportive, and they're in there with us. They're not separating themselves from us because they're admin. They're in there with us, trying to help the students, help us, help the community, and that's something that's that's very important. But I still miss. Wait, hold on. Friday after my graduation from high school, I would go back to my brother's high school history class on career day, teach other kids about my career, which I retired from after 20. Oh my God, that's so cool. Did they like that? See, that's something that I would like.
Oh, Fred's here. Hey, Fred.
I would want to take my kids to see like the Intrepid, or like do things. We don't do things like that. Did the kids did they like it? Did they get a lot out of it? Did they ask a lot of questions? Is it something that you would do again or go to other schools to do?
You're brave for teaching 6th through 8th graders.
Yeah. What is Maddie saying? Chippy chips, yes. What's
chicken chip?
Oh,
chippy chips. The currency, so they can
okay,
win.
chippy chips.
So they can win stuff.
Oh wait, we're going down in numbers? Oh no, we're not.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, well, people come and go.
Oh, okay.
You got a steady 30, which is very good.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, when I worked with the horses, I volunteered, and I did that on Saturdays. And we were living in Staten Island, so I would get up at 5, and I would leave at 6 and drive there. It was volunteer, I didn't get paid. It was just a labor of love. And when I went there and I saw the condition of these horses, and you're hearing the stories of what people have put them through, it's and no judgment again, but then people make a decision. I can't, this is too heartbreaking, which is fine, or you could say you could dive in it. And so I dove in it, and I did it for a little over 7 years. And so I really got involved. I would do fundraising, and there was times where I would go to the farm. There were times when I slept at the farm, and then shot from one side of New Jersey to the other to do a fundraiser. And I remember Kenny and I got into an argument. It wasn't really an argument, but he was like, "Oh, all you're doing is the horses. I don't hear anything else. You never hear you this, that." And I was like, "Don't be stupid. I'm here, but we'll have to talk about this later because I have to go." "Where are you going?" "I have a fundraiser in Westwood," or something, you know what I mean? It did take a lot of my time. I had no problem if they were shorthanded driving the hour out. That became my safe place. But I had to stop when I started teaching, and every once in a while I'm like, I kind of miss it. But he's like, "Don't even think about it," because he's afraid. He's like, "I'm right here. If you go work with the horses, I'm going to be down here." So, you should raffle something. Oh, I should raffle something of Kenny's away?
She doesn't know how to do a raffle.
I don't know how. Oh, yeah, I don't. I mean, I could put, what do you have, their names? I put their names in a freaking bowl and just pick.
You can't break down. There's 28 people here.
So?
Not everybody chats. Some people watch, and then they put their names in, so you wouldn't know who's here. Okay. Tell Kenny hello. Didn't know that you had him working. I'm here, Fred. Kelly just stole the show. Kelly Sherrill, something. Kenny's away. Yeah, Chris.
Ooh, dress whites. I like what Fred is saying. You dry. Oh, well, of course. Why wouldn't they? That's they're cool uniform. I never taught full time. Oh gosh, bowl. What's bowl? A bowl. Yeah, I'll get a bowl. I'll put their names in it. Well, so it's just you do the raffle only for the subscribers.
Yes, and some people watch, and they don't talk. They just sit and watch.
Okay.
Because they like the show.
Okay.
And then when the raffle comes, they'll jump in on the raffle. Some people just don't like to chat, which is cool.
If you got to chat, you got to say hello. Where are you from?
These guys are from all over the place, all over the world.
I know, that's so
These
that's
guys
so
are from
cool.
all over the world, all over the United States.
Agreed. I think the Titanic would
Oh,
be a
by
good
the way-
giveaway. No way.
That's her favorite. And they were hot. The dress white, so the armed freaking military uniforms are so hot.
Oh, I'm sure they are. Kenny tried on his old army one.
Oh my God.
He
I
got
can't
it,
button
and it was like one of those things like the Hulk. Like if he did it, like buttons would have been popping everywhere. My eye, but very proud of that uniform. He just can't fit into it because he's too chunky. Well, he was
Yeah,
chunky.
fat.
He's not
High
fat. He's
school
got
special
chunky.
ed history.
Chunky belly.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Oh, Fred's from Georgia.
You're from Georgia. Do they really have the best peaches?
Absolutely.
I didn't ask you. Do they really have the best peaches?
Absolutely.
I've driven past Georgia. See, Kenny drives to Florida to see his parents. Never go if you're like a frequent peer, because I am. And when he goes, it's like a straight run. And I'm like, you're going through some pretty cool states. I would love, like, he's like, why don't you ever drive? I will never drive with him. I fly. I hate flying, but I'll fly. And I'll just have him meet me at the airport because I just can't. But anyway, I was like, there's some nice states. Like, if you're taking a few weeks or whatever, he's not doing that this year, but see the states. Like,
I lived in Georgia
When?
when I was in basic training.
How much of it did you really see
About 350 square miles.
and appreciate? Yeah, they do.
I
Yeah.
saw a beautiful Fort Bend in Georgia.
I can tell a Georgia grown peach from the ones grown. Really? What is the difference between a Georgia grown peach and other peaches? The size, the color, taste. When I was coming home from Gettysburg, I stopped at this farmer's market. These peaches were like this. I never saw anything like it. They're sweeter. Okay. You have 655 chippy chips. What does that mean?
That's the loot for raffles. At the end of the month, that's the chippy chips.
Oh.
They earn chippy chips for watching the show.
Oh, the shape. Oh, the shape. Wait a second.
Was Chris making fun of me again?
No. If Kelly raffles and Shu wins, then we know Kenny has been cheating him.
Kelly doesn't win because you can't win. The host can't win anything.
It says Shu.
Oh, Shu.
If Kelly raffles and Shu wins.
Poor Shu never wins.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Can't you like
Mark
fix it?
always-
He would
Mark
never do
always
that.
gives
I'm just
to-
kidding. He's
Mark
too
always
honest.
gives to the Christmas giveaway.
Right?
The poor bastard, on every live stream that we have a giveaway at the end of the month, poor bastard never wins.
Can't you do like a Hobby Link booby prize? And like, no, I'm
Oh,
just
you're calling Shu a booby now.
I'm not calling him a booby, but I'm like a consolation prize of some. I didn't call you a booby, but you know what I mean, like a consolation prize, because he's like so faithful, and yet he never gets rewarded for. I don't know. If it was me, I'd be like giving to everybody. Why is he always blaming me? Why do you always blame him?
Who, Chris?
Yeah.
Because Chris is the one that does it all. Chris is the troublemaker.
How is parachute training? I'm afraid of heights. That's why I'm asking. LOL Shoe. A wooden spoon as a prize. Oh, no. You got to do something. Yeah, I don't even know how many giveaways. Like, what do you do? Like, how many prizes? Like, how do you? I know
a lot of the guys.
the Halloween
a lot
build
of the
and
guys are very
Christmas.
nice and donate prizes.
Yes.
So some months we have 3, some months we have 5.
Yeah.
They put their prizes in, we add our prizes in,
Right.
and it just depends on how many are there at the end of every month. Like, I didn't stream January, February because the internet was bad.
Right.
And then I finally figured out to hardwire it, and we were good.
Yeah.
And in March, we gave away 14 prizes for
Wow.
January, February, and March. It just all depends, and we try to do different things all the time. Like, I got to do cars and stuff like that.
Right.
We actually might have a giveaway tonight because we'll see if anybody wants in on it.
Now, when you're like, what's your favorite like modeling, like genre of modeling? Is it like sci-fi? I guess like like
We
it's
got
a
all different builders.
no, but you have all different builders with all different, but
Oh, like
you
say,
know,
Fred's a car guy.
like when you like your primary builds were the military builds.
When I was a kid, because Dad built military.
Right. But that's something that you did, and then
But
you
then again,
branched
when I was
out.
a
But
kid-
some kids like to do. Some
But
people
when I was
like
a
to.
kid, if
Yeah.
you let me speak, young lady, Big Grandma always went to Chinatown and picked up
Yeah.
all the Star Trek models, the old dinosaur models, the La Brea tar pits,
Right.
all the Star Trek stuff. She always got it because it was cheap. It was like $2. So we did a lot of sci-fi as a kid too.
I got color forms.
Color forms are fun though. I like color forms.
And I got coloring books, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but I would never color the dwarfs, just Snow White. Don't know why. Shoot jumps are great depending on if. Oh, no. Those plus size models are starting to grow on me the older I get. Oh, sci-fi movie builds. Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, I think like what your preference is like movies. See how I circle back? Because he has so many. He has. I think, honestly, I think that of all the models that he has, I think the least he has are cars.
No, I don't have that many cars.
I think that's the least. The most is Star Trek for sure.
I am not as talented as the car guys I watch. Like if you watch Fred.
Yeah, you're not.
No, I'm not.
No,
if you
I'm
watch,
kidding.
if you watch like Fred do his cars, always the paint jobs are just freaking amazing.
Now let me ask you this, because you guys obviously like to model. Do you ever finish your models? Like, is there ever? Because he'll start a model, and he's going in every night a little bit, and it'll get to where you think it's like 96% done, and then I gotta get this, I gotta finish it, I gotta get this. Oh, so I'm gonna miss the deadline. Oh, next year. Oh, you know what I mean? Like it just keeps going and going and going. He has like I've been waiting on that Frankenstein thing for years.
I need stuff.
What stuff? This is what I'm saying. What stuff?
It's called a shelf queen.
Let me give you a little insight. He needs glasses. It's 2022. The last set of glasses he had was in 2005. Okay? And he said, when I said to him, why don't you get glasses? We don't have the money. In 18 years, we don't you're lazy. Like, he doesn't get glasses. He needs glasses. So, you need stuff. You have to tell me what you need, or just get it. You don't even have to ask, just get it.
This year. I did Bert.
You did a great job on the Michael Myers.
I did Bert. I gotta finish
You
Michael
did
Myers too.
Bert.
I did Bert. I did
Is
this
he?
one. I finished.
You
up.
did Bert, but you didn't
I
finish
finished
the
the nice
Phantom?
1932 Ford Coupe. I didn't finish the helicopter. The helicopter's together, but that thing was a mess of a kit.
And I hate helping him.
And the 51 Chevy, I didn't finish up either. Shh. There goes the mother-in-law, just like at the old apartment, talking when she's not supposed to.
Oh, the Invisible Man.
The 51 Chevy I didn't finish just because that does not fit together well, but that will be in a crazy diorama.
You have boxes of unfinished models, so it's not
Shelf
a
queens.
anything.
Shelf
This
queens.
is a
More Tommy
modeler
Bench.
thing.
What's going on?
Okay, I get it. I didn't know. Finishing is for overachievers. I mean, don't you want to display it and have a nice case? Like, you put all this work into it and then you don't finish it.
Look, there's a ton of unfinished models behind you.
I know that I don't understand. I don't get.
Well, I'm waiting for this one, the Invisible Man.
Yeah.
I've been after Tommy since I started building that to do the Thunder and Lightning board for me.
The Thunder and Lightning
Yeah,
board.
because the Thunder and the lightning goes in here. This way the window lights up with lightning while the Invisible Man's standing there. So I've been waiting
Maybe
on
he
that.
doesn't like you. Why won't he do it?
We're working on it now. Now that we got Spence on the job.
Oh, all right. Then maybe it'll get done. Right, Spence? I need I need stew. I'm like, is that an acronym for
This
something?
is so
Or,
nice, but it didn't come out
let me
right.
see.
You know who that is.
Oh, the Terminator.
You weren't supposed to say it.
I was.
Why do you think I'm blocking it?
I don't know. From the glare. Why would I? I don't know. Am I allowed to hold it?
Yeah.
Doesn't look like him.
Yeah, it does. You can't see it from that far back. Here, let me jump in there
No,
for a
it
second.
doesn't.
Skedaddle for a second.
All right.
You can come right back.
I don't.
You can come right back. Don't go anywhere. Hey, I finally got on here. Well, maybe I'll finish it. I have to, I guess. Yes, you do, Spence. Well, this is the bust that was going to go up on the shop, but I don't know why this side of the face did not come out right. It looks like it's missing some layers, but that's Arnie as the T800. I don't know if you can see that in the leather jacket and all that other good stuff. It's actually a very good likeness of him. So, since it didn't come out,
Can I just say something?
what do you want to say?
Let me see this.
You can see where the layers are missing.
Yeah, but remember he in the part of.
Yeah, but that's not part of the, if you see the file, that's not supposed
Can't
to
you make it that?
not supposed to be like that. No, I couldn't. Younger Arnold for the first movie. Yes, yes it is. It's a very good likeness to jacket and all that other good stuff. One thing I did notice on the file, there's a hole in the front pocket here. I don't know if that's supposed to be there. In the file, you can see like black mesh, so I don't remember if there was a rip there or not. I might have to have Omar check out the file and see what's going on with that. Now the face, you see, you can't see it very well because of the shadows, but the face is a little messed up on this side, which is not good. So I'm gonna have to talk to Omar and see what I could do or what I should do on this. And then these are definitely going to be up on the shop. That was before Arnold started using fillers. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Should I do a giveaway with this guy? I mean, he's not a total failed print, but there are some layers that are missing, so you'd have to do some work on his face or make it look like the metal is coming through or something like that. You can even see the t-shirts in there. All sorts of good stuff. What time is it? Oh, it's almost 8:30. Wow, Kelly, you went an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 15 minutes. So we'll put Arnie over here.
Don't say
Arnold.
Arnold.
Here, I'll give you back to Kelly because she's twitching over there. She was enjoying being on the camera with you guys. Well, while she's to the side, don't forget. And first off, thank you to everybody that's subscribed over the past 10 years. Now that we have 4,000 something subscribers. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'll talk to you a little later, Omar, about this guy. I don't know why. Everything else came out great. The jacket, the hair, just the face. It might have been my angle. But thank you, Kelly's coming back. Kelly's coming back, I promise. Thank you to everybody that subscribed over the years. We are going to have the 4,000 subscriber giveaway. It'll probably be next Wednesday night because I'm not going to be on this Saturday night. We have the graduation party that Kelly's going to be doing all the baking for. Kalen's probably going to jump in this spot his time. It'll still be 7 o'clock, everybody else's time. Who's doing that? So that's the deal. And the 1/350 scale Enterprise is going to stay in the U.S. because of shipping, as usual. Outside the U.S., we'll get you a gift certificate or something like that. Nothing. Nice night for a walk. Wash day tomorrow. Nothing clean, right? Exactly. Yeah, I love this bust. I got to get it right. And then, like I said, we're going to toss these and other 3D printed stuff up on the site. So I got nothing. Kelly's been having fun chatting with you, so I'm going to put Kelly back on here. Thank you very much there, 300. Come on, you can sit in your seat and chat with him for a few more minutes. It's we'll do about another 15 minutes, 8:30, and then we'll figure out what's for dinner.
Go
Kelly.
make dinner. Then he just, what do we have? What are we eating? What do we have for dinner?
I don't know. Tuna fish.
See, I think that it's good,
Well,
and
I'm
the
gonna send
face is
pictures.
good, but the hair isn't right.
No, the hair's right.
Is
hair's
it?
absolutely right. I'll pull it up. I'll show you.
Pull it up. I want to see.
So that's an excellent. The guy that does these, some of them his look awesome and like the person.
Yeah.
Some of them you can tell are off. You can talk to him while I'm looking.
Oh, okay. Michael is leaving. My time is up. Oh, 1:15. Good night, Michael.
Michael Lawler.
Yes.
He's over in Ireland too. Good night, Mike.
Have a wonderful day. Yeah. I'm Irish. I got a little bit of Scottish and a little bit of Spanish.
Yeah,
It's nearly time for me to check my recliner for proper
Ah,
angle.
Fred's
Is
gonna-
that like code word for you gonna sit and relax in bed and watch
Yes,
TV?
he is.
Got you. I want to do that too.
You're right. His hair is actually more like spiky
Yes.
and stuff. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
It's more, I mean, it looks good, but it's more like Ken Dollish. You know? That it was a little
Still
bit.
a nice
Yeah, no, everything else is like dead on
balls accurate.
The K&K show, good idea for a stream this title, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, if there's anything that you ever want to talk about aside from modeling, I'm your gal. But modeling,
We're gonna make her build a model.
no, I'm not. I'm always like afraid I'm gonna screw it up. You know,
We'll give you an easy
I
model.
just don't. I don't have the patience. But then a lot of people don't have the patience for doing baking, which is what I like to do. And it's a very girly thing to do. No, just kidding. Let me see. The KK show. Oh, we still have 28. We still have 28 people.
You got 28 people.
Go make me a cup of coffee,
After the
please.
show. After the show.
You can't do it now?
No,
Why?
because I can't.
You don't. Doesn't trust me.
All I
Doesn't
have to do is put the show on. I can see exactly what
All
you're
right.
saying.
So, but if you were doing the show and you were like, "Honey, could you go get me a soda?" I would do it.
That's why I bring 2 sodas down, so I don't have to bug you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, he's a good guy. Do you do all the baking in your house? See, you know, and this goes back to the lack of cook. Fetch me some coffee. Yeah. He I don't know. I'm very independent. I like to do everything, which is the worst mistake I think that I made because I not that I'm a control freak. I'm not. But I guess you could make the argument that I am because I always think like no one will do it as well as I can, like, you know. And so I feel if you're going to do it and you're going to do it right, the only person to do it is you. But he really does make a good cup of coffee. You know, you just put the Keurig cup in there and hit the lever and that's it. Yeah, that's what drives him crazy. I am a massive coffee drinker and I like coffee. I can't help it. What else? Let's see. We'll see. That's the thing. I think that baking is in some ways simpler than cooking, but in some ways not. Because when you cook, right, you could follow a general recipe, but then you could add a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You could try different things, and it won't ruin the dish unless you really put something gnarly in there. But with baking, the measurements have to be precise, no matter what it is. And I think that's why I like it so much, because it's the guide. You could vary it in flavors or colors or presentations or how you're going to pipe it, you know, but the measurements have to still be the same. There's a science behind it. I'm not into science, but there is a science behind it. And I think that makes me feel safe. like with you guys, I give you all a lot of credit because I see when he opens up these model boxes and he's showing you like all these bits and pieces, and how could you like go from just this box of nothing and then create like these really really cool models, and the colors and the shading, and you know, to have the vision when you create these dioramas of, you know, especially if they're war scenes or even horror scenes or different, you know, I think that's really incredible. I wish that that was something that I could do, but I also think it has to interest you, and it doesn't really, it doesn't really interest me. um, you share the cooking duties in the house. Yeah, Kenny can cook. He just doesn't. You know, like if I say to him, you know, if he says, "What do we have having for dinner?" and I'm like, I don't know, like because I don't come home and sit and say I'm not cooking. It's just, you know, if it gets to that point where I'm doing different things, and it's like 7:30. What am I going to make? And then I don't want to do it. He won't be like, I'll whip something up. He'll just say, I'm going to bed, and then he'll go to bed.
What are you telling everything for?
I can't do that. No, I'm not saying it in a bad way. There, who
Because
was
Chris
saying,
is just going to constantly
no,
make fun of me.
Fred was saying that he and Vicky, that they share the cooking duties at home, and I said you can cook. Like he makes a really good bolognese sauce. He's you know he's really
Just make
good
sure you
at
don't
that.
give Chris too much ammunition.
Did he tell you how he has to eat all of his food separately?
Would you shut up?
No, and I'm not saying it in a bad way. It's like, you remember Robert from Everybody Loves Raymond, how he touches his chin when he eats. He's not that bad, but you know, with me, I like Thanksgiving. That's like torture for him because I have a plate and I have everything on there except the turkey. Everything is touching. Everything is like, you know, the perfect bite. You put everything together, and no, he doesn't do that. He just doesn't. So I think the biggest
Everything has a spot on the plate.
and everything, like, all right, sauce, right? Like when you make pasta, you know, like you, to keep the sauce from sticking, you ladle some of the tomato sauce and mix it.
No.
By the time we get to me, because I do, you know, my mom, my son, you know, Kenny. By the time we get to me, it's all clumped together. It's like sticking because there's no sauce to like kind of, you know, smooth it out. So those are his little like idiosyncrasies, and he could, if you tell him you put something new in it, I could taste it right away. So I can't tell him if I tried something, or then he'll be like, I know.
Barriers, Kelly.
What?
See, almost the same way. Food can't touch. It's got its specific spots on its plate.
See, I'm sorry, that's weird.
It's not weird.
I don't listen. I'm not judging how you
In
eat,
the
but
military, we eat
you gotta, you know,
That's probably why.
military.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because everything has your tray's got a little spot for everything.
So you mean to tell me that
Cross between
soldiers
Manavaki
who
and the
were in
honeymooners.
battle would take the time to separate
No,
everything?
you got an MRE. It's in a pouch, so everything's separated for you.
Oh. I don't, yeah. I think that every once in a while you have to go outside the lines.
I cook so I know what's in my food.
Go outside the
just in
lines.
case my wife
Mix
tries to
that
poison
mashed
me.
potato and gravy, you know. And,
Maybe I
and
should start doing that, Jason.
What? What did Jason say?
Jason said, I cook so I know what's in my food just in case my wife tries to poison me. Swanson TV dinners. Oh yeah, those were big as a kid.
Yeah.
Swanson TV dinners.
Portions got smaller. You know, I
Heck.
think they've changed it.
No, the MREs were separate. Yep, there you go.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You have your chicken a la king in one bag, then you got your crackers in another bag, then you got your cheese.
So you won't eat
And
my
I
cheese casserole, but you would eat a chicken a la king MRE.
Some of those MREs are damn good. And I would always trade my peanut butter for MRE cheese because I love the MRE cheese. MRE bread, oh, so good. That was a snack and a half.
Model tank guy. Thank you.
So turkey lurkey
don't
a la king
make
is a big no-no.
Oh, you don't make it, you don't eat it. Yep, I like that. have to be layered in the
Yeah, that's true too.
Sandwiches have to be layered in the proper
Yes.
order.
Meat, cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, mayo.
So
salt,
if I
pepper.
made it for you in the proper order and then I
You always
flipped
do.
it over,
You
that
can't
would
eat it
screw you up.
You can't eat it upside down. You flip it back where the meat is on the bottom. Cheese is never on the bottom of a sandwich. Never.
I've never looked at the. Really?
Come on, you guys got to agree with me on that. Cheese is never on the bottom of a sandwich. Guess
Like
who's
with the
about
meat,
to be living off
the cheese.
MREs?
But then if I want, so if I really want to screw you up, I just have to flip it over.
Apparently, you can order a Subway and ask for all the toppings separate, and they have. Oh, that's interesting.
Really?
See, Steve knows. Cheese never on the bottom.
All right. You know what? I stand corrected.
See?
Maybe
And
that's
Fred-
just me.
And
that
Fred knows
is
too.
from-
There's some good
You know what,
MREs out there.
gentlemen? You live once. Mix the food once in a while. I think it'll be
It's a
okay.
guy thing.
I think it'll be okay. I think that you would like it. You know.
Okay, it's time to close up the show, young ladies.
Really?
It's almost 8:30. So
I'm
we gotta-
sorry.
No, we got to eat. We got to figure out what we're going to eat.
I didn't mean to stay on this long.
That's
I
all
thought
right.
you were gonna do.
The gentlemen
thing.
enjoyed your show. So
Say, yeah.
you've had between
It's
20.
turkey, Swiss ham, cheddar, pepperoni, bacon in that order. Turkey, Swiss ham, cheddar, pepperoni, bacon in that order.
That is
Recliner
an interesting
time.
sandwich.
You don't have stomach
Recliner
issues
time.
from
Fred,
that?
thanks for stopping by, brother.
Bye, Fred. Thank you for sharing your story with me too.
See, Spencer liked this one. Spence likes Rubens.
Oh, I had
shouldn't
one today.
cheese be on top as moisture barrier from the veggies? There you go. It's meat, cheese, and then all your veggies on top, and you're good to go. The guys know. Guys are sandwich people. We know the proper etiquette with sandwiches.
I guess it's me. It's okay. You know.
Take care, Fred.
Bye, Fred. I won't be on next week. Don't worry.
No roughage on my sandwich. Oh, you gotta have lettuce, tomato, onion.
Yeah, no.
Everybody's telling you great show.
Thank you. It depends. All right, so like if I have tuna fish, sometimes I like cheese on it.
Oh, a tuna melt.
Not
is
a
good.
tuna melt.
Oh no,
but
that's
just
a
a little, like a little slice of cheese. But tuna melts are really good.
Tuna melt.
Yeah.
I'm off to the side here. Alrighty.
A manwich. Oh, sloppy joes. I
sloppy
love
joes are good.
sloppy joes with macaroni and cheese, and
See, I don't
you
even-
mix it.
I don't even like putting the
doesn't
sloppy
put it on the
joe
bun.
on the bun. I take the sloppy joe and I mix it inside the macaroni and cheese. That is so damn good.
That he'll mix. It looks like it went through somebody
Fried
already.
cheese and
That he'll
tomato.
mix.
All right, you got to
Thanks,
say goodbye
bud.
to everybody.
Oh, okay. All right. So I feel like I'm doing a telethon here. All right. Thank you, bud. I'm so glad I got to talk to you. Take care. I hope to see you soon.
You could just say a general goodbye, babe. Everybody's saying goodbye.
Why?
Okay, do it how you want to do it. It's your show, not mine. Kelly's going to be the
Oh,
one to take
fried
the show.
cheese and tomato. I never had that. I'm going to try that. Great show, Kelly. Thanks, Chris. Try not to torture Kenny too much. I'll try to come up with some more dirt. Oh. Come and join us on HLI. Yes. Yeah. It looks like it went through somebody. Well, it's true. Like some of that food's like, bye, Spencer. Thank you for all you do for our community. Thank you for keeping my husband sane and really doing such a wonderful job.
Yeah, Spence tells me when I have bad ideas. He really does.
You should. Yeah, I'm glad. I'm very grateful to you. Thank you. Good night, model tank guy. Gilly. I'm sorry. I'll remember next time.
I'm going to do my goodbye quicker. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Always appreciate having you guys here with us.
I always think he's going to do like a Bob Ross, like, thank you, God bless, or something.
Thank you, God bless. Kaylin likes when I
Kelly
do the
Chips.
ASMR.
But when the first time I heard him call you Space Pirates,
The K&K show.
the Space Pirate, I almost peed my pants because all I could think of is the Honeymooners.
The guys made that up, the Space Pirates.
The Space Pirates. Hello, Captain Video. Like that's what I always think. PJC
That's
2.0. Oh, Phil. Good night.
Stop blaming things on me. It's all Chris's fault.
It's not your fault. Oh, thank them. Who's the Maker's Cave?
That's Steve.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you. Um,
That's
no
Kaylin.
problem, Kaylin.
Oh, you know Kaylin already. Okay.
Yeah. White glove. You can't forget that. Jason Lang. Enjoy listening to it. Oh, thank you. I was just sitting watching Mr. Ball and hanging out with the dogs, and he said, "You want to help? You want to do the show?" Okay. So yeah, I had nothing planned. So thank you for that. Did you win yet? Not yet. I don't know. Until I have a great rest of the week. All right. Good night, guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your week. All right.
Giving a salute. Say take care and bye-bye.
That's how you say it.
That is.
Good
Remember,
night.
nothing on Saturday night. I'm not going to be here, so look out for Kalen. Saturday night, his live stream. He'll put up links and all that other good stuff. Thank you, Kalen, for taking over for me on Saturday. I really appreciate it. Next Wednesday, I'll set everything up for the 4K giveaway. I'll post it on all our social media plus the community tab on YouTube here. So everybody have a great night. Thanks for watching The Wife tonight, and I will see you, and she'll probably see you next Wednesday night. So take care, and bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.